It's 41st District High School basketball here on Cable 10. The Frankfort High Panthers come up the hill to take on the Western Hills Wolverines. That's next on the Game of the Week.
In 1972, a young David Tolles vowed to jump the Kentucky River on his big wheel. He did not make it. We can rebuild him. We have the capability to make the world's perfect mechanic. Better, stronger, faster. David Tolles Tires and Auto Service on Duncan Road.
Game of the Week is brought to you by David Tolles Auto Pro Tire and Auto Service, a full-service auto repair shop servicing all models. 2 locations to serve your automotive needs. Call 502-352-2988 for an appointment or go to davidtollsautopros.com.
Hello everyone and welcome to Lapsley Cardwell Gymnasium here at Western Hills High School. Here in the capital city, Clint Goins and Jason Hyatt here with you tonight as the Western Hills Wolverines host the Frankfort High Panthers. And Jason, I think we'll have a close game. Unfortunately, these two teams are at the very bottom in the region standings.
Yeah, both teams off to a bit of a rough start to the season.
Yes.
But, you know, that's okay. We're just now getting into district play. Had Western Hills, Franklin County last week, so there's still some things to play for. District championship still on the table for all of these teams. So, you know, good opportunity here tonight to try to get things headed in the right direction.
Yeah, you know, like I often say, the games that aren't district games, they're really exhibition games. They really don't matter for anything. What you're fighting for is to win district games to get a good seeding in the district tournament. Now, we don't have a lot of information on Western Hills. They didn't supply us one of these stats. We do know that Matt Dickin is their leading scorer. I remember that from last week, but other than that, I can't tell you much except to tell you that last week the Franklin County Flyers, who also are not doing so well this year, put it on Western Hills, beating them by 20 points. Now, on the other side of the court, Frankfort High comes in here at 4-10. They have played a district game, but they lost it. They've got 3 freshmen that are really setting the pace for them.
Yeah, Rajon Floyd, Cameron Crocker, and Toma Washington, a trio of freshmen leading the way. So, you know, if you're looking for bright sides, youth is on your side here. So something to build on for this Panther team. But you got Floyd coming in at 11.5 points a game, followed by Crocker at 8.5, and Toma Washington just a tick under 8 points a game for him. So, you know, look, youth, spring's eternal.
That's right.
Growth is you know, all right in front of you, and a really good opportunity, I think, for this Panther team here tonight to see what they're made of.
The unfortunate part, I think, for Frankfort High is that their leading rebounder is only averaging 3.8 rebounds.
Yeah,
you better hit your shots.
I noticed that too. I like to call that rebounding by committee. They don't rely on any one player.
Yeah,
everybody go get it.
All right, we're going to step aside here for a little bit as they play the national anthem. We'll come back with the starting lineups when we return here on the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
Let us honor and respect their efforts and our country with the playing of our national anthem, performed this evening by the Western Hills Wolverine Pep Band.
The bands are in full force here tonight. We have the Western Hills Pep Band, as we just heard them, but the Frankfort High Pep Band is here also, so it could get a little loud in the gym tonight. All right, now for Frankfort High, their head coach is Derek Robinson, and we're going to see who their starters are here. Stephon Bebe, he's a senior, he gets the start. And then here's one of the freshmen, Toma Washington. Gavin Profit, a senior, he also was a starter there for Frankfort High. The leading scorer, Ray John Floyd, wearing 13. And rounding out the starting five is Caleb Tracy, a junior, number 14.
Yeah, number 10, Gavin Profit, the senior. I remember him from last year. He made some big shots for them in several games. Corner 3 was kind of his spot, so I'd like to see him step up the leadership role, and a good turnout here tonight.
All right, now for Western Hills, they're coached by Jeff Cody, coming here tonight with a record of 3-12. They're 0-2 in the district. Cameron Flynn gets the start. He's a senior. Then we have a sophomore, Preston Klaus. Bryce Douglas, 6'4" senior. Matt Dickin, he's their leading scorer, number 20. And then Kalen Higgins, the big football star for Western Hills this year. He rounds out their starting five. Here's a good look at Kalen. You can see a while, it's been a while since the Wolverines have won the district, the last time there in 2007.
You know, I was noticing the banners on the at the end there of the gym. For Western Hills, a school that, you know, hasn't been around for forever, they've got 4 Mr. or Miss basketball, or not basketball, but Miss, you know, something.
Whatever sport.
Yeah, they've got a Miss basketball, a Miss track, a Mr. baseball, and a Mr. football. So
right. So
pretty impressive.
Collectively, they've had some rough times, but individually, they have had some some really big successes come out of this high school. And it looks like Frankfort High gets the control at first, and we have a whistle right off the bat. I didn't see what the call was. Did he double dribble?
I just saw him blow the whistle and point the other way.
Yeah. He said something, but I couldn't make out what he said.
We'll never know.
On the drive, that was Cameron Flynn. He gets the early 2 for the Wolverines.
Yeah, Cameron Flynn, a returning starter for this Western Hills team at that guard position.
Floyd gets it over to Profit. They're moving the ball around. There's Bebe with it. Profit again. I think back out to Floyd. No shot clock yet in high school basketball, but I understand it's coming next season, I think.
I believe that's correct.
I hate to see it, totally honest. One-handed jumper, and it falls in there. Tie ball game. Caleb Tracy with the bucket for the Panthers. Just underway here. That was Dickin, the left-hander.
Yeah, you mentioned he's the leading scorer, and he showed you why right there. Nice move, even going in from the offside with that left hand.
This is Floyd looking for a teammate, finds one, but double dribble.
Well, that's why they tell you don't pick up your dribble unless you know what you're doing with it. And that time Bebe got caught. The drive got cut off, and I think a little bit of panic set in and didn't know what to do.
They're looking for Higgins down low, but they can't seem to get it to him. Good defense there, and we have double dribble again. That very well could be the third double dribble in this game, and we haven't even gone 2 minutes yet. Washington with the ball now. Gets it over to Floyd. He thought about it. A three-pointer by Washington, in and out. Rebounded by Dickin.
No hesitation on that three-point shot from Washington. I like the confidence. It just didn't fall down that time.
In and out, and they're still going for it, and the Panthers pulled it down. And this is Floyd for 3, and he puts it in.
No fear from the freshman. We just saw Washington pull one from that same spot. This time Floyd able to connect.
Yeah, I thought he was going to drive. He had almost an open path to the bucket, but he decided, nope, I'm going to back up and take a 3. And it paid off for him. Dickin can't get the roll. Floyd again for 3. This one off the mark. Dickin has his shot partially blocked. Frankfort High basketball.
It was Washington with the block.
Oh, they say he shuffled his feet.
Zebras have a tight whistle tonight.
They do. They do.
We are playing by the rules tonight, folks.
Higgins with the pick, but it's stolen away by the Panthers. Oh, nice pass, nice block.
Bryce Douglas goes up high with the rejection on the fast break.
Yeah, it says not in my house. Here's another look at it. That was all ball. Unfortunately, it stays with the Panthers if you're a Wolverines fan. And here's another three-point attempt, and it's good.
Well, early on, it seems Frankfort High's strategy is let the deep ball fly, and it's paying off here in the early going.
And that was Gavin Profit, who you remembered from last year hitting some big threes for the Panthers. And this time we've got a foul committed. And that might be a 3-point shot.
No, he was at the elbow.
Was he? Okay.
Yeah.
Here's another look at that three. He's out there.
Yeah, that was deep. But then he came down and fouled a jump shooter, so.
Well, it wasn't a 3-point attempt. I was mistaken about that. Just 2 shots. Preston Klaus hits the first one. Let's take a look at Preston. And gets a nice kind roll on that one. Little token pressure there from the Wolverines. Yep, steps, yep. Got to put the ball down before you pick up that second foot.
Yeah, you're certainly not going to get away with that tonight.
No. Some games maybe, but not tonight. not with this officiating crew. They are by the book, which I like.
Don't expect any gather step here tonight. That's not going to fly.
Pull up Jay, no good. Oh, I thought Douglas had a big rebound, but unfortunately no. So Dickin with the hoop and the harm.
Yeah, I don't see the foul.
I don't either.
I mean, Prophet's just standing there.
Did they call it on him? Or they called it on Washington. Because that would have been 2 on Prophet. And oh, nice kick out.
Yeah,
Douglas goes high.
Shot didn't go, but that was a heck of a pass from Floyd. Normally when you see that wraparound pass, it's going to the corner, but he came all the way back around to the wing. Got a blown tire out there.
Yeah. Got a sub into the game. Leighton Beard, he's a junior. I think Higgins went to the bench for Western Hills. Prophet had a pass knocked, but it was gathered by Frankfort High. There's John Floyd. We'll back it out and we'll start over. Bebe with it now. All right. Coach Robinson didn't like something, calls a timeout, and here's Bebe and loses his shoe right there.
Just stepped right out of it.
He sure did. He got to tie those up a little tighter. Back with more here on the Game of the Week.
In today's fast-paced housing market, you need realtors with experience who understand that timing is essential when finding the perfect home for the right price. Tim and Rebecca Hubbard with Exit Realty Crutcher are here to ensure that you and your family have a positive experience from start to finish.
Real estate is what we do.
And families are why we do it.
The Game of the Week is brought to you by Tim and Rebecca Hubbard with Exit Realty Crutcher. Choose local realtors that treat you like family because real estate is what we do and families are why we do it. Reach out to the Hubbard team for all your real estate needs.
We'll look at Bryce Douglas, number 13, and Matt Dickin, number 20.
You know, Clint,
Wolverines.
I've always thought that, like, you see guys get their shoe taken off, and sometimes, somebody steps on the back of it, your foot comes out, it happens. But I noticed, like, if you go to put your shoe back on and you don't have to untie it, you just slip it back on, maybe it's not tight enough.
Yeah.
And after seeing the replay, and he literally just stepped out of it with no contact in the first place, definitely need to tie those tighter.
Yeah. Got another foul here. The Wolverines have yet to commit a foul, but Frankfort High has 3. That one is going to go on Rajon Floyd. That's just his first. And at the line, Preston Klaus. That's his free throw. I think he's 3 for 3 so far tonight. And make that 4 for 4. The announcer's jinx did not come into effect that time. Floyd dribbles it off his own foot. Cameron Flynn brings it up, calls a play. Klaus again, nice move.
Well, as we hit the 1 minute mark here, Frankfort High had some early momentum with the 3-pointers, but credit Western Hills, they've really kind of settled in, settled down, and come up with a 5-point lead here.
Yeah, a little surprising. Dickin, his shot won't go. Almost got the roll. Bebe got the rebound, kicks it out. Thought might see another 3 attempt, but no. Klaus with the rebound. Double teamed, and I think that's a bad call.
Yeah, that's one that if you had replay in high school, might would have challenged. It looked like that may have gone off the hand of Klaus.
Christian Nicholson into the game. Here's another look at it here on our. Yeah. 3-pointer, no good. Nice rebound there by Dickin.
Yeah, he's just fighting down low, doing a lot of his work down there in the paint.
Yeah, not getting flashy points, just getting points. All right, the first quarter comes to a close. The Wolverines right now are enjoying a 5-point lead, thanks in part to plays like this one right here. Nice move, Preston Klaus. Second quarter coming up on the Game of the Week.
Game of the Week is brought to you by WestBanco Bank. Money doesn't make you wealthy, understanding it does. So let's talk. Learn more at westbanco.com.
My best money tip is,
Allow your money and other people's money to make money for you.
Think generationally, past yourself.
Save, save, save.
even if it's just $5.
Spend money on things that make sense to buy twice.
Pay back your student loans as fast as you can.
Take good care of your credit because it's buying power.
Start a retirement fund
And invest in my 401k.
My best money tip is prepare for everything to go right.
Confidently manage your finances with more solid advice from WestBanco. Money doesn't make you wealthy, understanding it does.
The Game of the Week is brought to you by Goins Insurance. Family owned, family operated, protecting Central Kentucky since 1949. Call us for the same great rates and great service you've always been given. Call 502-875-4270 for your quote today.
There's the Western Hills faithful. Not enforced tonight for this crosstown rivalry. Big important district game. But the girls game coming up next. So my apologies. Western Hills was up by 7. I said they were up by 5. It's my Bridgeport math coming into play. Maybe Coach Robinson told the Panthers to calm down a little bit and work the offense.
Well, this possession, that we're now 35 seconds into. The offense has just been passing around the three-point line.
They're not moving. They don't really.
The ball has literally not gone inside the three-point line until then.
Until then, when it was stolen away, and we have a foul committed.
So maybe they were better off just keeping it outside.
That's on Cameron Crocker, one of the freshmen just into the game. He's their second leading scorer. I'm a little surprised he didn't start, but.
Well, look, I have no idea, but this looks like some sort of disciplinary sit out the first quarter situation.
Oh, it could be.
I'm not saying that it is, but.
And we have the first foul committed by the Wolverines. That's going to go on Cameron Flynn. But last week I recall, and I think it was in the boys' game, and I think it was against the Western Hills, that if they were running an offense, I didn't see it. And Frankfort High right there, if they're running an offense, I don't see it. It does look like they're just kind of passing the ball around. Although,
whoa.
How was that not a walk? He must not have left his feet. Stolen away. Profit puts it up, no good. Surprised there was no foul. And Dickin just muscles his way in there.
Well, the refs are tight on the whistle for dribble and foot violations. Fouls, let them play, which I'm also okay with.
It's going to be a foul on Bryce Douglas. Braylon Wells took the ball to the hole. Here's the previous play. Here's Dickin. And just takes it to the hole.
Yeah, not a big guy, but
no,
pretty crafty around the rim. Of course, it probably helps that Frankfort High, not a big team themselves.
Yeah, and it helps that he was left-handed, because I think if he put it up with his right hand, it was going to get blocked. But the Panthers forgot that he's left-handed.
And for Western Hills on the other side, Bryce Douglas there inbounding, not a huge offensive threat, but his defensive presence, we've already seen it several times just in this quarter. Pulls up for a jumper there, but he blocked a couple shots, affected some others, got called for the foul in the last one, but he's making it difficult for the Panthers in the paint just with that length.
Yes. I think they said he was 6'4", and Frankfort High does not have a player nearly that tall. Higgins, he'll shoot, both he and Douglas, I think they're just a little bit outside their range. Those last two shots, they need to stay around the block. Nice move there by Cameron Flynn. And the Wolverines have got a 10-point lead here.
Yeah, things have really died off for the Panthers after that good start. They are just really struggling to find anything. And the strategy of pull up for three was working early, not so much ever since, and it's really starting to hurt them.
You got to hit those threes. And here we go, Higgins. Get down the block and power your way. That's the way to do it there.
Yeah, good strong move by the big man. Has a definitive size advantage and uses it that time.
Well, Frankfort High doesn't have anybody the height of Bryce Douglas. They don't have anybody the girth of Kalen Higgins. He can push people around in there if he wants to. It's going to be a foul. Higgins puts it up and has a little something to say to the Panther sideline. That could be dangerous. I've seen him whistle taunting for less. Preston Klaus with it, has it stolen away. Oh, can't get the bucket, but he does get the foul.
And that's just kind of the way it's gone for Frankfort. There seems to be a lid on there because they don't have a field goal in, I think, well over a quarter's worth of play.
Yeah. That was a nice steal, though.
I think you have to go back and check the records, but when Gavin Prophet hit that three from the left wing, I think that was the last time they made one. Just one free throw since.
Floyd hits his second free throw. As you can see, 11-point lead. I don't know that Klaus meant to leave it off for Ferguson, but he did. And Eli Ferguson just into the game, an 8th grader, by the way, puts it in for the Wolverines. Nice pass ahead to Dickin.
And I like the way Dickin uses his body going up there. Really gets the ball stretched out to keep the defender from being able to block it.
Yeah, he does some of the little things correct, except that don't get double teamed to pick up your dribble. Higgins.
Coach Robinson asking for the carry, and I think he's right. Higgins rolled that one over pretty good, no call.
Yeah, they've called everything else. You know, a lot of double dribbles and.
I don't know what Crocker was waiting for.
I don't know either.
He missed the pass and then just stood there and watched it bounce away. Yeah, that kind of energy level and effort is not going to get it done in a game where you're already down by 15 points.
Oh, nice pass.
Braylon Wells, number 5 for Frankfort.
Ferguson looking, gets it to Dickin. Nice little spin move. Continuation, yes or no? Or travel? I guess they called him for a travel.
Here's another look at it. Spin. And
yeah, I guess so. He picked up that foot there at the end. Yep. That was a good call.
It's consistent with what we've seen tonight.
Another three-pointer won't fall. They've been ice cold on the three-pointers for, well, gosh, this quarter. Dickin takes it in, has it blocked. This time they remembered he's a left-hander.
Well, maybe fast break transition points are the way to get back in this thing for Frankfort High.
Oh, I thought Cody had a timeout signals before we got to that jump ball, but they didn't give it to him.
Well, I don't think anybody had possession of the ball when Coach Cody was calling, so can't grant it.
I think it was a nice block by Cameron Crocker, I think, for Frankfort High.
Yeah, that was Crocker down on the other end, atoning for his earlier blunder.
Cameron Flynn working, gets it over to Higgins. He waits, puts it up, missed the shot, but drew the foul.
Lost another shoe, too.
That must be the end thing with high school kids nowadays. But at least it appears he's trying to untie his before he puts it back on.
Yeah, his may be the variety. Somebody stepped on the back of it and off she goes. We can forgive that.
Here's another look.
Oh, yeah.
Yep,
exactly
sure enough. Sure enough. Does not get the kind roll. Another left-hander. He and Matt Dickin, both lefties. It's the second one, though. Puts the Wolverines back up by 12. Now into the game for the Wolverines. Leighton Beard, he returns. He saw a little bit of action earlier. Higgins comes out, gets a breather. Stolen away. Flynn. Nice jump shot from the free throw line.
He's been pretty nifty there, driving the lane with some floaters here in this second quarter.
Yeah, he's having a good game. He and Klaus both have a good game.
Frankfort's resorting back to the jack-up threes strategy to no avail.
Flynn out to Klaus. Long three from Preston. Oh, my goodness.
That will not put a good taste in the Panthers' mouth heading into halftime. That'll help, though.
All right, folks, there's your halftime score, 33-16. The Classic Gold Master Jewelers halftime show coming up next. Stay tuned. You're watching the Game of the Week here on Cable 10.
Classic Gold Master Jewelers has an amazing selection of jewelry that anyone will love. Classic Gold also provides custom services like pearl restringing, engraving, watch repair, ring resizing, and custom designs. Classic Gold Master Jewelers, 859 East Main Street.
Game of the Week halftime show is brought to you by Classic Gold. Art carved class rings are available at Classic Gold Master Jewelers on 859 East Main Street in Frankfort.
Welcome, folks, to the Classic Gold Master Jewelers halftime show. We will have some highlights from the first half, but first, let's see a performance from the Western Hills dance team. All right, now let's take a look at some of the first half highlights in this 41st District game. Frankfort High started off doing rather well, getting some nice buckets.
Yeah, Dickin kind of kept Western Hills around probably the first half of the first quarter, and as Frankfort was getting hot from three, those freshmen were kind of doing their thing, but boy, did the three-pointers dry up, and Bryce Douglas wasn't going to let them bring it inside either.
That's right. You're going to have to shoot the threes because they're not getting in the paint.
Yeah, and then we started to see Western Hills really start to take control of this game. Dickin, he continued to do his thing, but we saw Cameron Flynn start driving the lane. Then you got Klaus knocking down deep three-pointers. So everybody started firing on all cylinders for this Western Hills team as the second quarter really started to go on.
Yeah, I really thought Klaus and Dickin and Flynn kind of led the Wolverine effort with some nice work also by Higgins down low.
Yeah, we have seen Higgins score from both sides of the floor, transition, post-up move, so good game for him as well.
And he's getting some rest in there too, with at least some decent minutes by some of his relief, Ferguson and such. All right, 33-16 is your halftime score. We're going to take a small break here for about 5 minutes and come back with the second half with this 41st District basketball game here on the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
With all the rain, snow, and mud we get around here, it's all-wheel drive all year round because nothing else gives you the confidence and capability to handle it all.
And nobody gives you more all-wheel drive choices than Toyota, including the powerful new Tundra, now with $5,000 customer cash.
Or 0.99 APR financing plus $1,000 APR cash on remaining new 25s.
Or lease this 26 Tundra for $439 a month.
Nobody knows all-wheel drive better than Toyota. Let's go places.
The Game of the Week is brought to you by your local Toyota dealer. For all Toyota offers, visit Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Call David Toll's Auto Pro for all your automotive needs.
Don't let your car keep you from making important plans. Take it to David Toll's Auto Pro, 515 Duncan Road and 1348 Versailles Road. Game of the Week is brought to you by Whitehead Hancock. Whitehead Hancock Plumbing has been serving Frankfort families for more than 100 years. You can trust Whitehead Hancock for all your plumbing, heating, cooling, and septic needs. Call them today at 502-227-2213 for 24-hour emergency service or visit their website at whiteheadhancock.com.
Welcome back, folks. Coming back in for the second half here. Frankfort High at Western Hills, where Western Hills has jumped out to a 15-point halftime lead. Frankfort High will get the ball to start. See if they can build on a little bit of momentum they got going there at the end of the second quarter. They finally able to take the lid off the basket and score a few down the stretch.
Yeah, but I don't know if that was by design or just luck. You know,
I mean, at some point you take what you can get, right?
Well, yeah. And, you know, maybe Coach Robinson talked to him at halftime and said, look, boys, we gotta move when we're on offense. Don't just stand there and pass the ball around. And then one of you decide to take the ball to the bucket. The Wolverines seem to be doing a little bit better job of that. They, you know, you got Higgins right there. They didn't get the ball to him, but, you know, he's trying to post up. He's trying to create an opportunity for himself.
Well, and we'll see if they stick with it here.
Oh, nice pass. And
something odd was going on there.
Somebody fell asleep, yeah.
Well, Higgins was trying to come out of the game. Because he was over there talking to Coach Cody heading to the bench, and Cody was like, no, you're not out. Get back in there. And he was too late getting down the court. So I don't know if something happened to him, but he doesn't seem to be feeling too well.
Well, a good job by Rajon Floyd recognizing that his teammate was wide open down low.
What I was going to say was for Coach Cody and Western Hills, we'll see if they stick with it, but in the first half, they almost exclusively that I can remember played man-to-man defense, and to, you know, pretty good success.
Yeah.
Came out, you know, maybe trying to get ahead of the adjustments, came out with the zone here to start the second half. So maybe thinking Coach Robinson's going to, you know, draw some stuff up to work against that man. Well, we're just going to throw a zone at him, and, you know, other than that busted play, you know, the first possession, it worked pretty well. Frankfort High didn't quite seem to know how to attack it.
Dickin hits both of his free throws. Back to a 15-point lead for the Wolverines.
And there's that 2-3 zone.
Got some movement down there. Oh, nice block there by Douglas.
Yeah, you can't teach height.
It's another three-pointer. They're just not falling for the Panthers. They worked pretty good the first quarter, but they've not had much success since then from beyond the arc. Klaus looking for some help, gets it to Dickin. Ball knocked away from behind. That's a good pass.
Ooh,
he missed the shot.
Thought he got hit right across the forearm.
All right, Higgins coming back into the game. Here's another look at it. Yeah, I think it was the head and the forearm.
The ref standing right there.
All right, Profit with 2. But, you know, trading buckets ain't going to get the job done when you're down by, well, now by 13. But, oh, nice pass down low.
Higgins doing a good job of just making himself available, presenting himself as an option down around the basket, and then finishing when he gets it.
Another 3, no good. And Profit will try, but it's partially blocked. Higgins picks it up. Gets it to Flynn, and a three-pointer. Was that Douglas over there?
Yeah, that was Douglas.
Wow. Now up to an 18-point lead here for the Wolverines. Finally, the Panthers get a 3 to fall. I couldn't really tell. Is that Bebe?
That's Toma Washington.
Washington.
Freshman.
3-0. Their numbers are kind of hard to pick up. Dark blue. Oh, my goodness gracious. 2 in a row.
I was going to say, can you have a heat check when you only made one?
Well, how about this?
That was
Floyd.
Yeah.
I'll match your 2 threes, and they go inside this time to Higgin. They're just going back and forth here.
It's a scoring frenzy all of a sudden. Well, don't call timeout. We were just getting ready to have some fun.
Coach Robinson calls timeout. We'll step aside as well. 4:01 remaining in the third. Wolverines up by 17.
The game of the week is brought to you by The Floor Show. The Floor Show wishes everyone a great sporting season. Be sure to see us for all your flooring needs and personalized customer service. We are just minutes away in Lawrenceburg at 1110 Bypass South, or call us at 502-839-6917. Follow and like us on Facebook too.
So, you want to see some three-pointers? Here you go. I think that was Floyd. This is Profit.
Yeah, we had these were a few from the first half.
That's Klaus. Wow.
Roll it into the third quarter, and everybody started just lighting it up.
Douglas, that's his first one. And then this is Washington here. Yeah. And then Douglas again.
How about Rajon Floyd finish it off?
There you go. Back to action now. And Floyd will take another one.
Add that to the highlight reel.
Wow. It's raining threes.
Hallelujah.
A little pressure here and picked off. I think Floyd wanted to flush it, but it didn't have quite the up to do that. And we got a foul called, I believe, here.
Frankfort's going to continue extending this full court pressure. They just got an easy 2 out of it.
Higgins maybe with an illegal screen, maybe.
I think he was all right. He was just posting up.
Panthers are moving a little bit better now. Profit in and out. Douglas goes down hard.
Yeah, they're gonna, I think, officials timeout just to make sure he's okay.
Yeah.
Looks like he is, but yeah, you're right. Panthers finally starting to get some good ball movement. Here we see what happened. Yeah, he got his legs taken out from underneath of him, and
he gets hit in the head with the knee. Man, to make matters worse.
If you're down, stay down.
Oh, it's a walk. They missed the call. Christian Nicholson picked up both of his feet there, and the official missed it. He checked that time, no good. And that's Crocker, I think, with the rebound and put back.
That was a look what I found. Just fell right in his lap.
Flynn gets it over to Nicholson, and then Higgins posted down low. Charge, yes.
Bebe's pretty proud of his performance, and I don't blame him.
Yeah.
Takes a brave man to stand there and get run over by Kalen Higgins.
Yeah, it's about twice his size. Dickon back into the game. Lead's been cut down to 10, so some new life here for Frankfort High. puts a little pep in their step, and Higgins is going to draw the foul, I believe. Here's another look at the charge.
Well, like I said, Bebe was proud of his performance, and there was a little performance, but there was also an extended arm from Higgins.
There was.
That helped sell it.
Yeah. And Frankfort High now cut the lead to single digits. They were down by, what, 18 at one point? So they've knocked off 10 of those. Oh, that was, oh my goodness. Wow. Preston Klaus, I couldn't believe he took that shot.
I couldn't believe he took it. I don't know how he got it over the defender. Pretty impressive.
He felt the magic.
4-point play.
So back to a 12-point lead here for Frankfort High. They switch back to a man-to-man. Klaus with the rebound, trying to get out of trouble. Did he step on the baseline?
I think we have timeout.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think Jeff Cody has called a timeout. We'll take one as well. 51-39 here on the Game of the Week.
For more than 21 years, the Floor Show has helped bring comfort, style, and durability to homes and businesses just like yours. Whether you're looking for plush carpet, timeless hardwood, durable laminate, or elegant ceramic tile, we've got the perfect fit for every space. The Floor Show proudly serves both residential and commercial clients throughout Kentucky with expert installation and personalized service you can trust. And we have same-as-cash financing options available. The Floor Show.
You stand on it, we stand by it.
Lead is down to 12, and part of that's been the three-point barrage, but it's been happening on both ends of the court. This is some of that third quarter action here. Douglas for Western Hills, Washington, back to Douglas, then Floyd, Floyd again, and then we just saw Preston Klaus with the rainmaker and the 4-point play.
All right, now the Wolverines have it. And a bad pass in from Douglas. And a blocking foul.
It's a good call. Klaus never got in position.
And that was Caleb Tracy back into the game. He started the contest. We haven't seen a lot of him lately. Draws the foul. That's 2 team fouls for the Wolverines. And I'll never get used to this, but I know it's the case in the girls, and I think it's the case in the boys now too, is the 1-and-1 is a thing of the past in high school basketball.
5 fouls and straight to the
5 fouls in a quarter,
yep.
and you get 2 shots.
Which, you know, look, things are changing, and
player safety, I think, is why they did that. But it just takes it takes a tool out of the toolbox.
Well,
I think coach.
I think it's partly, look, whether you like it or not, it's up for discussion, but it's kind of standardizing the game because, you know, men's college basketball, the only one that still plays halves. Everybody else is 4 quarters.
Yes.
And men's college basketball and previously high school basketball, the only places that the 1-and-1 exists. So now we're down to just men's college basketball. Everywhere else, it's 5 fouls in the quarter. And you go
Is
to
there
free
no
throws.
1-on-1 in NBA?
No.
I didn't know that. So you how much NBA I watch. What about Olympics? International rules.
I don't
Same
believe
deal?
so, no. Because you,
Oh, nice pass. Missed shot, though. Douglas gets the rebound. In trouble, draws the foul.
I think the issue with the 1-on-1 is, you go to that at 7 fouls, and then you go to the double bonus at 10. Well, you can only do that over the course of a half. Well, if you're doing it over the course of a half, then why are you playing quarters? It never really made sense in high school basketball to be playing quarters, but the fouls are operated on by the half.
Yeah, that's true.
Big three from Braylon Wells.
Yeah.
Back under single digits.
If they could have connected on some of those threes they took in the second quarter, this game could be tied. Douglas still feeling the magic, but look at this time. Rebound to Frankfort High. That's the Euro step. And the third quarter comes to a close, but Western Hills had an 18-point lead at one point, now down to 8. Back with the final stanza when we come back here on the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
Managing your utilities doesn't have to be stressful. With the MyFPB app, everything you need is right at your fingertips. Get 24/7 access to view and pay bills instantly, track electric and water usage, and even manage multiple properties. Go paperless. Turn on notifications and get real-time outage updates. Take control of your utilities anytime, anywhere. Download the MyFPB app now and make utility management easy. MyFPB, your utilities simplified. David Toll's Auto Pro customers can't go anywhere without him. No matter where life takes you, the David Toll's Auto Pro nationwide warranty is by your side.
Okay, folks, we lied. There's 0.3 seconds left to go here in the third as they called a foul. And now the third quarter is officially over. 55-47, and let's take a look, since we've already taken our quarter break, let's take a look at Matt Dickin and the kind of game he's had tonight.
Well, you said, Clint, at the open that Dickin was the leading scorer. He's been every bit of that today. Really good efforts from Kalen Higgins as well, but Dickin's been this kind of slow and steady. We haven't been keeping track, but it feels like one of those kind of quiet 20-point nights.
Right.
He just more of that. He just keeps going to the basket and finishing. Not a lot of wasted opportunities for Mr. Dickin.
And nothing really flashy. He's just your workhorse, bread and butter kind of guy, and gets the job done. But also, Cameron Flynn, the senior, he's not doing too bad tonight either.
Yeah, sometimes I think he can kind of be the unsung guy.
Well, sometimes, like in Franklin, the game against Franklin County, I don't remember saying his name a lot.
He's one that it seems like over the years, spurtability is a good word for him.
Spurtability. Did you make that up?
No, it's Clark Kellogg.
Okay.
I don't make anything up. I just reuse stuff from everybody else.
That somebody else made up.
Yeah. Flynn has just always kind of been that guy. Like, he'll go quiet for a long time, maybe even a few games, but then he'll break out and have a big one here and there.
All right, fourth quarter underway, and the Wolverines will have to keep pace as Frankfort High really did a good job in that third quarter getting back into this game. Higgins draws a crowd, missed the shot, drew the foul.
I like the way he hung, though. got the defender up and then kind of hung in the air there to get that shot off after absorbing the foul.
Got to hit those free throws, though. And the one thing for Western Hills, this is so hard to teach high school players, is that, you know, you have an 8-point lead. It's not a huge lead, but it is a lead. And when you get the ball, you don't have to hurry up and score. You know, move the ball around a while until you've got a really good look. The onus is on Frankfort High to score in a fairly quick fashion.
Ooh.
Partially blocked. Douglas, I think he got smacked in the face there too, but that pass is picked off.
Well, that was a really good example of what you were talking about. No need to be doing one-handed baseball passes halfway down the court.
Yeah.
Get the ball into the hands of a guard and let them work it up the court.
I think it was Noah Jevedon that picked off that ball just in the game. A brief time for Frankfort High back out as Caleb Tracy returns. There's Ray John Floyd, their leading scorer. Bebe for three, no good, but Floyd with the rebound. Profit drives, passes down low. Oh, can't get the bucket. Bryce Douglas has it.
Yeah, Bebe probably trying to do too much there. He had 2 or 3 Hills defenders all over him. I'm sure he could have found an open teammate if he had just spun around there.
Oh, just out of reach of Profit.
That felt like I can't decide if it's chest pass or bounce pass, so I'm going to go in the middle.
Split the difference.
Split the difference and throw it at his feet.
See, this is the part where if I were Coach Baby, I'd tell his guys, look, I don't want a shot taken until 30 seconds have come off the clock. And maybe everybody touches the ball once. Get the ball, everybody let them touch the ball once. But see, they only blew 10 seconds, and they give the ball right back to Frankfort High.
I think it's a balancing act. I don't disagree. You also want to stay in the flow of the game, and sometimes when you're just trying to eat clock, you know, you get a little lazy, you make a bad pass, then when it's like, all right, now we need to do something, and you're out of the flow of things. So you still want to play your game, but I totally agree that quick shots that are, you know, contested, and you don't need any of that right now.
Yeah, that was forced. You know, there was just no need for that. Three-pointer. That's by Cameron Crocker. Averages 8.6 points a game coming into tonight. Now the lead's down to 6. Frankfort High not nearly in the hurry they were in, or they don't have to be in near the hurry they used to have to be in. They can take some time to be a little bit more deliberate here. As Profit puts it in, and now we have a 2-possession game.
Well, we saw both Higgins and Douglas come running out at 3-point shooters and go for the fake, which allowed for drives to the basket and kickouts, and then another drive and ultimately the finish. So Western Hills defenders need to hold their water, stay their ground. If Frankfort wants to rise up and shoot over you, go for it, but don't give them open lanes to the basket.
Eli Ferguson back into the game for the Wolverines. He replaced Higgins. They say he stepped
disagree.
on the baseline. I thought he
threw
got
it
rid of
back
the
in.
ball. Yeah,
he didn't even have the ball when he landed.
Yeah, I agree. There you go. Don't take that yet.
Fortunately for Western Hills, now with down to 4 minutes to go, it's down to a 4-point game. So I don't think, working the clock at this point is kind of immaterial. Now you just got to play basketball.
You got to just work for your shot, which is what I was kind of suggesting before. If the shot's there, the shot's there, but there's no need to be in a hurry and force something that just isn't there. It's not a, it needs to be a really good look. I have trouble getting the ball in.
And in this year's high school basketball with no shot clock,
yeah,
that should always be the case. First quarter doesn't.
Yeah, next year
should always
it's
work
going
for
to be
a good shot.
It's going to be different next year. It's going to be different. You'll be able to work for that really good shot, but once it gets down to about 8 seconds, you're going to have to do something. All right, Western Hills is called a timeout. First, let's take a look at the last 2 buckets by Frankfort High. And a 3-pointer by Crocker. Talk a little trash maybe. And here is Profit, left-handed semi-hook. We'll be back with more in just a second.
In today's fast-paced housing market, you need realtors with experience who understand that timing is essential when finding the perfect home for the right price. Tim and Rebecca Hubbard with Exit Realty Crutcher are here to ensure that you and your family have a positive experience from start to finish.
Real estate is what we do.
And families are why we do it.
Welcome back, folks. Just under 4 minutes left to go in this very important 41st District basketball game. Wolverines get it out to Ferguson, and he walks. Yes, he did. Move both of his feet.
Interesting move here by Coach Cody, putting the 8th grader Ferguson, who hasn't played a whole lot tonight. He's got a little action, but to have him in here down the stretch run.
I look to see Higgins come back in here in about a minute or so. Douglas may go away for the foul there.
Yeah, usually 2 hands on a driving defender is an automatic whistle.
3-point attempt off the mark. That one, however, is not. And we have a 1-point game and a steal.
Oh, it went off of his leg.
Yeah. Here's another look at it.
Hits the big 3, makes the steal, and then tries to pass it in and bounced off his own knee.
Yeah. Stolen again. Douglas with the block, but he's going to commit the personal, and Frankfort High could have their first lead since ever.
Ooh, I mean, you're back
I
to.
can't remember it.
No, they had the early lead in the first quarter.
They have the 4-2 lead or the 2-0 lead.
That is a clean block.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know why the ref coming in from the backside with no view is blowing that whistle.
He must have thought he had him with the body, but yeah, that looked pretty good to me. Pretty good, and that's 3 now on Bryce Douglas. Tie ball game here at Lapsley Cardwell Gymnasium.
And you can hear the Frankfort faithful.
Dickens shots off. Higgins, oh, no foul there. Wolverines, their passing leaves a lot to be desired.
Well, they're just panicking.
And Now we've got a timeout. Frankfort High, once down by 18 points in the second half, have now taken a 2-point lead. We'll step aside as well. This is the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
Low credit. This looks impossible. Kate.
That's what I'm talking about.
Didn't try that again. The average first shot. How do I get to good credit? No obstacles on this one. Here we go.
Credit scores can be loan obstacles too. Get credit advice for life from WesBanco. Money doesn't make you wealthy. Understanding it does.
For more than 21 years, the Floor Show has helped bring comfort, style, and durability to homes and businesses just like yours. Whether you're looking for plush carpet, timeless hardwood, durable laminate, or elegant ceramic tile, we've got the perfect fit for every space. The Floor Show proudly serves both residential and commercial clients throughout Kentucky with expert installation and personalized service you can trust. And we have same-as-cash financing options available. The Floor Show.
You stand on it, we stand by it.
Welcome back, folks. We've got an exciting finish for you here tonight on the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
Well, I'll be honest, Clint. Going into halftime, I did not think we would be here.
No, I didn't. In fact, early in the third quarter, I thought, does Western Hills have a chance to take this to a running clock situation? No, just the opposite. Up by 18, now down by 2. The wheels have fallen off.
And a travel. The defensive pressure from Frankfort has really stepped up, which, you know, a lot of that's just energy, but credit the Panthers because they have put the pressure on and it's paid off for them.
And their energy on offense has also increased a lot.
Well, making three-pointers helps that.
That's true. And the closer they got to taking the lead, the more intense they got, more determined they got. It's like they could smell it. That is the 4th foul on Bryce Douglas.
Yeah, and that was a bad one. Just ran up. Again, 2 hands on the offensive player. You just can't do that. Got away with it once. Not this time.
Three-pointer, no good. And the Wolverines can't even seem to get a rebound. They're not blocking out. You've got to put a body on somebody. You can't just stand there. You got to find where the other guy is and put a body on him.
Don't be coming at me with all these fundamentals and how you're supposed to play basketball.
Back in my day. Oh, wow.
Oh, that should probably be a technical. That's a great play by Floyd, but you can't go get in the guy's face and start yelling at him.
Here's another look.
And bumped by Tracy.
Caleb, Tracy
yeah,
bumps him. Yeah, that's.
I'm surprised they got away with it.
Now a 5-point lead by Frankfort High. What a turnaround we have seen here in this second half. Three-pointer, no good.
Well, Floyd has taken over down the stretch.
Yes.
And the Wolverines are just left scratching their heads. They don't seem to know what to do.
Well, we'll shoot a 3, and that is Preston Klaus lighting it up again. But still, you're down by 4 with 1:05 left to go. We'll step aside very quickly and come right back with the last minute or so here on the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
In 1972, a young David Tolles vowed to jump the Kentucky River on his big wheel. He did not make it. We can rebuild him. We have the capability to make the world's perfect mechanic. Better, stronger, faster. David Toll's Tires and Auto Service on Duncan Road.
There's the Western Hills squad. Jeff Cody giving some instruction to his team, but I don't know, folks.
Well, it's a squad looking for answers, and if it wasn't for Preston Klaus's 3 there, I think they'd be out of luck.
Yeah.
Klaus trying to keep them in it. Now it'll be interesting to see the roles have completely flipped.
Yes.
Now it's Frankfort. All right, look, there's 1:07 to go. You don't have to score. You don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
The question is, can you hang on to the ball and protect it?
All you got to do is keep the ball out of Western Hills' hands. Wolverines come out in a full court press.
Next foul by Western Hills will send Frankfort to the free throw line.
And Frankfort High, not as a team, not a really good free throw shooting team. I mean, as a team, they're shooting at 62.5%. They only have one person shooting above 75%, and that is Gavin Profit. In fact, they only have 4 players shooting above 50%.
Yeah.
Well, what does that tell you?
I think it's fairly clear. You want Profit and Floyd are the 2 guys you're going to want to have the ball in their hands if this does turn into a fouling game.
Yes. Everybody else on the floor at the moment shooting 50% or less from the stripe. So,
and well, I mean, look, I say Profit and Floyd because those are the 2 highest percentage guys at 88% for Profit and 75% for Floyd. So I like Profit because he's the senior and really good free throw shooter, and I like Floyd right now just because he's got the mojo going for him right now.
Yeah. You don't want to foul either one of those 2. So they do foul Tama Washington.
50%.
So
probably a smart play there.
Yeah. I think I would have tried to do that. I wouldn't have let 14 seconds go off the clock before I did it, however. And the Wolverines, when they get down there, they need to try to get an open shot quickly. Doesn't have to be a 3. It just has to be an open shot.
I like the full court pressure from Frankfort too. Make them eat up some more time.
Dick in for 3. Rims out for him. Smart foul there, quick by Higgins. That'll be his 3rd.
I believe it's going to be Washington heading back to the line, so he should be getting comfortable there now.
It's the first one just like last time. Of course, he missed the second one last time, but now he's taken 3 in the last 30 seconds of action, so he's got a feel for it, but again, misses the second one. Dickin has it knocked out of his hand there. If I were the Wolverines, I think I'd put Klaus and Flynn out beyond the arc and maybe try to get it to them.
Yeah, you're down to the point that you're going to need to start looking at 3-pointers.
A nice shot by Preston and Klaus. Cody calls a timeout, but still a 4-point lead here for the Wolverines with 19 seconds to go. We'll take a short break and come back for an exciting finish here on the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
Today, we customize everything. Yeah. So why not customize your video choices with NextBand Stream, the new video streaming app from FPB. Just install NextBand Stream on your smart TV, mobile, and streaming devices. Then watch with features like Restart and Replay TV, plus Cloud DVR to record cable and local channels. Powered by fast, reliable FPB internet and Wi-Fi. Customize your video. Call or visit FPB online to sign up.
Folks, don't forget, when this game is over, we're going to have the Central Kentucky Toyota dealerships play of the game and the Extreme Credit Union player of the game. That'll come up when this contest comes to an end. And right now we've got 17.7 seconds left on the clock. Frankfort High has the 4-point lead and the ball. So they've got to get it in, and my guess is once they get it in, there will be a foul coming forthwith.
And I'm curious to see what Coach Robinson has drawn up to get that inbound in. And interesting, Gavin Profit not even on the floor.
Yeah, you got your best free throw shooter. I'm not, I don't know why that is. That's going to be on Higgins. That's his 4th. Not that it matters that much now. John Floyd gets the kind roll.
They've got good rotation on that shot.
He hits them both. We'll be back to a 6-point lead. The Wolverines will have to get it down the floor quickly and get a 3-point shot off. And I think we're going to have another timeout here. This time I think it's Coach Robinson that has called a timeout for Frankfort High. It's a full one, and we will step aside one more time here on the Cable 10 Game of the Week. Say hi, John Piesheimer.
Game of the Week is brought to you by David Tolles Auto Pro Tire and Auto Service, a full-service auto repair shop servicing all models. 2 locations to serve your automotive needs. Call 502-352-2988 for an appointment or go to davidtollsautopros.com.
The John Piesheimer I was hollering at is one of our camera guys down there. There he is, getting some highlight footage. So good job, John.
We need him to get in the huddle there and give us some feedback.
That's right. Tell us what's being said. Yeah. All right. We'll see what Frankfort High does here.
Well, I'll be shocked if this is anything other than a Dickin or Klaus 3-point attempt.
They're just giving token pressure here. I'm a little bit surprised by that, but we're going to have a well, 2 points is not going to do much for you.
No.
And that's going to be it, folks. They're going to foul Rajon Floyd.
It didn't matter if he hit it. I don't understand why you're down by 6 with 10 seconds to go. That's
I don't know. I don't know. But Floyd would go to the line for 2, and even if he misses them both, the Wolverines are just flat out of time. They are just flat out of time. Once had an 18-point lead, and now are going to lose this game by at least 5 points.
And certainly to some extent, it's a collapse on the part of Western Hills. I mean, I don't think you can totally absolve them of responsibility here, but I will credit Frankfort for the way they played in the second half. The defensive pressure was much better. The shooting obviously was better, which makes all the difference in the world, but they came out and won the second half. It wasn't just Western Hills losing it.
That's right. Western Hills now falls to 0-3 in district play. Frankfort High evens their record 1-1. We're going to come back with the play and player of the game. when we return here on the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
With all the rain, snow, and mud we get around here, it's all-wheel drive all year round because nothing else gives you the confidence and capability to handle it all.
And nobody gives you more all-wheel drive choices than Toyota, including the powerful new Tundra, now with $5,000 customer cash.
Or 0.99 APR financing plus $1,000 APR cash on remaining new 25s.
Or lease this 26 Tundra for $439 a month.
Nobody knows all-wheel drive better than Toyota. Let's go places.
The Game of the Week is brought to you by your local Toyota dealer. For all Toyota offers, visit Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Expree Credit Union wishes all our local teams a great season. Score $5 for the high school of your choice simply by opening a spirited account featuring your school colors and mascot on your debit card. Show your support, Flyers, Panthers, or Wolverines. Who will raise the most? Go to Expree.org today. Choose wisely. Western Hills, Franklin County, Frankfort High. Let the rivalry continue. Federally insured by the NCUA.
The Game of the Week was brought to you by Expree Credit Union. Expree Credit Union wishes all our local teams a great season. Show your local spirit with a spirited debit card featuring your school colors and mascot. Open an Expree Spirited account today and let the rivalry continue. Federally insured by NCUA.
And now, folks, it's time for the Central Kentucky Toyota Dealerships Play of the Game. And here it is, folks. Frankfort High down by 1.
Yeah, and it's just when Rajon Floyd really took over the game here.
This made it a one-possession game.
Yeah, he hit that 3 in the corner, came out, got the steal, and that's really when we started seeing that defensive intensity step up. And the ball just seemed to stay on that side of the court for a while, and really a good summation of Frankfort High's play in that second half right there.
All right, and of course that leads us to the Expree Credit Union player of the game, and it happens to be number 13, Rajon Floyd. Came out early, hitting some three-pointers for Frankfort High. And can also take it to the bucket and draw the hoop and the harm, and can talk some trash too.
Trash talk free.
But that's your Expree Credit Union player of the game. Thanks for watching tonight, folks. Frankfort High wins it 69-61 after being down by 18 points early in the second half. We'll close it out with some highlights of this ball game and remind you that coming up here in about 15 minutes or so, we're going to have the girls matchup, Western Hills versus Frankfort High. For Jason Hyatt, I'm Clint Goins. Thanks for watching the Cable 10 Game of the Week.